Hello, we just got done with our music camp here in Ghana, and so we're going to take a few minutes to tell you what we did.
Yep. So every day this week we went to Times Baptist Academy here in Watt, and we taught classes from about 8 o'clock or so until late in the evening.
Yeah.
But that was just including everything in the day. We had about 40 students come from within the city here, and then from a ways away for some of them. They had to take some long bus trips to get here, and they came to just learn music. So we spent the week poring over songs and doing individual small classes with them. I taught a theory class in the morning for beginners, so just introduction to theory, teaching them the notes and the basics of the staff and how to count rhythms and all of that kind of thing. And then in the afternoon I taught a song leading class, so that they could go back to their churches and lead music either for their congregations or for small choirs. And then I also taught a chimes class in the afternoon.
I had the opportunity to preach a few times. I did at the beginning of the camp on Sunday night, Monday morning and Tuesday morning, and then I did the closing message during the concert on Friday night. And then during the mornings I helped with the music theory classes. I went back and forth between the beginner theory with Alyssa and the advanced theory with Olivia Ferguson, and jumped in when needed there. I also helped take pictures and video during the week, and so we could use those to post on social media to show people what the campers were doing and to help promote it for future years. I also helped with the choir. So we had 2 hours of rehearsal in the morning and then 2.5 hours of rehearsal in the afternoon. And so I directed several of the songs, and Alyssa also did one of those. And so we were very involved in choir, teaching people how to sing better, how to pronounce the words more clearly in the music. And at the same time we were also learning from Olivia, because she teaches this in high school every day during the school year. She has a master's degree in music, and so just learning from her was really good, and seeing how she teaches people to be better singers and better musicians. I also taught a song composition. That was for only an hour every day, and it's really hard to take everything that I learned from my music lessons and then 3 or 4 semesters of theory in college and condense it all down into 1 hour for 4 or 5 days. So I did the best I could. I gave them a lot of advanced theory tips that I had picked up from writing music, and they wrote down very good notes. They copied everything I did, they took pictures, but there's only so much I could do. And so I basically gave them the tools, and then in the coming months and years, I told them that whenever they have questions, send them my way. Send me the music that you have put together so that I can critique it and give you tips on how to take it to the next step. One of my favorite things was talking to one of the students who is learning music and has already learned a lot on his own because he wants to write music for his churches. The churches here, they have hymns and music in English from the missionaries who came over, but as we all know, we like things in our own language, and you cannot just take English songs and translate them into the local language. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always fit with the music. Sometimes you can't really communicate the messages the same way. And so knowing that I was being able to invest in him and that he would then invest in the lives of so many more people with his music was just really encouraging. It was fun to help him, to answer all of his questions, and to know that the impact that I was having would go far beyond this week because of being able to help him.
It was really fun just to teach these students because they were like sponges. They wanted to soak up everything we had to say. And even at the end of class, I would say class is dismissed, and they'd all stay in their seats and keep writing down, or they had questions. And we had breaks during the day, but our breaks kind of turned into mini lessons for students who wanted to ask more questions, or they wanted further explanation on something, or they didn't quite understand it and they so desperately wanted to understand all the different musical concepts we were teaching them.
And the one morning that she forgot what time we were supposed to end, they didn't even care. They just kept on going. But it's really neat to see how much they want to learn, how they are writing everything down and asking so many good questions. And we told them multiple times during the week, we wish that people back home wanted to learn this eagerly. It just makes it more fun to learn when the people receiving it are so eager to take it in. We had a concert at the end of the week where we played and performed the music for anyone who came from local churches or families. And it wasn't perfect, but it was neat to see how much work had gone in and how well they had learned. We had 11 songs and combined about 20 hours of rehearsal, and so that's not much time to put it all together, but it went well. We loved it. We'll put music online for you guys to see the fruit of their work, but it was just fun to see it all come together. And now they are going back to their churches and their homes, and they are going to hopefully take it to the next level and share with other people what they were able to gain this week.
Thanks so much for praying for us as we've been out here. We've been healthy, we've had safe travels and all of that, and we're really blessed. We ask that you'd pray that God would provide the next group of people to teach this camp next year, and that He would continue to expand the ministry that these students get to have as they go back home.
And if you are interested in this opportunity, coming for a week next year or the year after and helping teach music, doesn't matter what level of musical training you have, it's probably a lot more than what they have here. And so you can be a benefit to them. It's not cheap to come out. Africa is not the most inexpensive place to get to, and the roads are not the greatest for traveling here, but
it's worth it.
It is well worth it, and we do not regret the time here. We don't regret taking some time off from the other jobs we had to do, or whatever else it might have been, in order to come invest in these people. And we would encourage you to keep thinking about them, praying for them, and strongly consider coming for a week to pass on to someone else what has been given to you in the area of music.
Yeah.
That's all for now. We look forward to sharing with you again in a future video as we continue our ministry together at home and at our church and wherever else God may take us.
Okay.
Today we've been married for 3 months, so happy month anniversary to us.
In Africa.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.